How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Angry Goose Gaming and welcome to Police Simulator Patrol Officers. Now, this game I like to play a lot. It's very fun, so I thought I'd do some videos here on the channel and see how it goes. And we are on duty here as Highway Patrol for now, for this episode. So we are going to get a vehicle here and we are going to head out on patrol. It's a one of my favorite games to play, except I do think that there's a lot that they can still do to this game. I do like that they're still working on this a lot. So there's a lot of things that can happen in the future. We're just going to check out our trunk here, see what we got. Road barriers, steering poles, evidence markers, spike strips, and fire extinguisher. That looks good to me. Now, if you've been following at all, they've just recently released a customization for the car and whatnot, so you can change light bars. They've added ALPR, automatic license plate readers. You can change up the bull bars and stuff, a lot of different things, but I'm not going to get into that this video. We're just going to get out and patrol here soon. Gonna check, make sure everything's good. Alright, lights are all working, sirens working. Let's get out on patrol. One thing I wish they would do is they kind of need to clean up a bit the ambient things happening. A lot of time, like by the time you just get out of this police station here or wherever, you've got like an accident on each side of the road or a broken down car, and it's just not really realistic in some aspects. But I think they plan on fixing a lot of that up. Okay, we got a license plate here, no insurance, so we're gonna light them up here and see what's going on. Okay, let's get over here, bud. Gonna pull over for us here. All right. Dispatch Victor 87, you can show me on traffic stop. It's going to be a blue 4-door sedan. It's going to be a license plate 0 Victor Papa 891. We occupied one's times.
10-4 copy.
Alright, let's go see what we got here. Hey sir, how are you today? Trooper Goose with the Franklin Highway Patrol. Do you know why I pulled you over today? Alright, well I pulled you over because my license plate reader there picked up that you got no valid insurance on the vehicle here. Okay, well, do you have your ID and insurance on you then? Okay, thank you very much here. Let's just have a quick look. Obviously his insurance here is expired. I'll just give you that back here for now. Alright, can you sit tight for me for a minute? Thanks. Alright, let's run back to our car here and look in the computer. Now, it's one thing that you don't actually have to do is go back to the car to access the computer, which I kind of wish they would implement more. I find they've got this... We've got the computer system here, and it's really not implemented, I think, enough. I think the CAD system is a major tool for police on the road and stuff. I think they need to really do a lot more. I think you should be able to print off your tickets and stuff from the computer here and do your arrest reports. But we'll see what they do in the future here. As you see, we got no gun permit. We got valid registration and invalid insurance. Alright. Okay, let's yeah, so he's got no insurance, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to let him drive off here. Alright, sir, I want you to step out of the vehicle for me. Just step off to the side. Another thing I wish they would do is if they would get off the road. Okay, sir, well, you're going to get a couple violations here tonight, or today. First of all, you're going to get a ticket for not having insurance on your vehicle. And secondly, you're going to get a ticket for not having any valid registration on the vehicle as well. We just want to sign at the bottom here. It's not admission of guilt, just acknowledgement that you'll have 30 days to either pay the ticket or dispute it in court. Now, unfortunately, sir, you do not have insurance on the vehicle, so I'm going to have to tow the vehicle. You're not going to be able to take this home, alright? Okay, the vehicle on the way. Alright, sir, you are free to go at this time. Have yourself a good day. Alright, we got the tow truck on the way here. It's going to pick up the car, and then we'll be back on the road. This car gets out of the way here. Alright, he is off. Dispatch, Victor 87, you can show me code 4 off that traffic.
Copy that, code 4. Request call ID from dispatch if you need it. Need a unit to respond to a serious motor vehicle accident. I'll stage medical.
Victor 87, you can attach on that. Show me en route.
10-4 copy. Showing you en route. Respond code 3.
Yeah, let's boogie on down here. Hopefully not too big one. I wish too they would implement a little better toggle for your additional sirens instead of having to use the horn button. It's the same, it activates your ALPR as well, so it's kind of annoying, frustrating a little bit. Okay. Dispatch Victory 7, you can show me on scene.
I show you on scene, I'll update CAD.
Alright, let's get our fire extinguisher here. Go. Alright, let's get this fire out here, and then we're gonna take our pictures, get some evidence, gather evidence, and start questioning the witnesses. Figure out what's going on. Alright, we are extinguished. Okay, let's get our camera, let's start getting some pictures here. Make sure we get all this debris. It's another thing I think they need to really improve on in this game. I said a lot of it is pretty good. A lot of it is very well done, and they've paid very good attention to. One thing I think they need to improve though is some of the animations. Some of the, mostly the running one, looks a little ridiculous, but not too bad. I am glad though that like I said, that they are working on this a lot. A lot of stuff that's going to be coming this year that they've got in the roadmap. It's supposed to be some rework on some callouts and stuff, the callout system. You should supposed to be able to select callouts now instead of just having to wait till you get dispatch one that you want. They're going to be adding some radio chatter in the background as well to give a little more immersion. One thing I do like to do when I pull people over in this, I like to use the computer and go in the car and use the computer. But for this, since we got a lot of people here, we're just gonna use it outside just to speed things up here. A lot of vehicles here. A lot of people to get through. They lost the wheel. Oh, wow. I don't think I've seen that in here. I really like the detail like this in the accidents where you've got to actually gather your evidence and take pictures of the scene. It's not just a quick like get there, push some buttons if you want, and just finish it. It's actually, you get to actually like role play it out and do the full investigation. Gonna be a pain in the arse a bit to get all these spots on the cars and stuff. So some of the stuff I'm using here are mods. Obviously my player character here's a mod, and my vest and belt is a mod. I'm gonna leave those in the description if anybody's looking for them or interested in them. They are unfortunately for PC only, but maybe one day they'll come to console. Seems that console lately has been getting a lot of mod support, which is great. I think mods are very very good thing in video games, because they allow players to keep the game going pretty much and make it expand it to something the developers couldn't do, or maybe don't have the budget to do. That's one thing I wish this game would do a little bit more, is expand the modding a bit. Excuse me. I don't know if it's just something they don't allow, or they block it from the game, or they just don't advertise it as well. I know there's quite a few skins and stuff for cop cars and some uniform skins and stuff that you can get on Steam, but I think like a lot of people you would expect a lot more mods for maybe like car models and stuff like that. I don't know if it's going to come a little bit more with the recent car customization and stuff, but we'll see. Alright, I think that's all the pictures here. We're going to start interviewing some people here. Alright, ma'am, you tell me what happened here? Alright, do you have your driver's license insurance on you? Officer, alright. Those look like they're expired. Just have a look. Okay, well then not registration on our vehicle's expired, but let's see. Feels like she might be a little drunk here. Yeah, it smells some alcohol. Alright, ma'am, as per Franklin state law, anybody involved in a traffic accident is subject to DUI and drug tests. I'm gonna get you blowing this PBT here till it beeps or I tell you to stop, alright? 0.118. Alright, ma'am. Alright, secondly, we're going to do drug test here. Alright, thank you very much, ma'am. Alright, you are going to be placed under arrest here for DUI. You put your hands behind your back. The right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by state of Franklin. Do you understand these rights I've read to you? Alright, man, I'm going to search you. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me? Any weapons, any drugs? Yeah, what she got? A handgun. Alright, does she have a handgun license? Yes, she did. Okay. Alright, man, sit tight for me here. I think it's gonna be this guy. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna search this vehicle here, see if she's got anything legal in the car here. Nothing so far. Half an ounce. Okay, that's good so far. State of Franklin, you're allowed to have up to an ounce. So anything above that is illegal. But she is good here. Okay, let's pick up some debris here. Alright, I'm gonna get this vehicle on the way here. I'm gonna get a tow truck on my location.
Received. I'll get him en route.
Alright, ma'am. Trooper Goose with the Franklin Highway Patrol. Can you tell me what happened here? Okay, no worries. You have your driver's license insurance on you? Yeah, thank you very much. This is another thing that I think they need to really fix here. Because already I've interviewed the second person and I've got 2 arrests here. And it's so unrealistic to have all of this all at once. Alright, ma'am, as per Franklin state law, all persons involved in an accident are subject to a breathalyzer, blowing PBT here. Okay, you are under the legal limits. And then do a drug test here. Okay. Well, ma'am, you are being placed under arrest. Firstly, you have an open warrant. And you are being placed under arrest as well for DUI cannabis. Alright, place your hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the state of Franklin. Do you understand these rights I've read to you, ma'am? Alright, I'm going to search you now. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me? Anything illegal? Handgun. I don't think she had a handgun license. Alright, ma'am, you're getting additional fine or additional charge for possession of firearm without a permit. Do you have anything in your vehicle that I should know about that is illegal? Any drugs, anything like that? This guy. But yeah, this is it's just insane, like the amount of people you get on a traffic or an accident scene that are like, you'll get everybody's gonna be either drunk or have an open warrant or some form of arrestable offense, and it's just it's really ridiculous sometimes when, because you only got 3 sets of handcuffs, right? So Victor 87, I gotta get a tow truck here.
Copy. I'll notify the nearest tow. Should arrive shortly.
Okay, he's gonna do his thing here. We're just gonna leave those people. I'm gonna get an arrest, prisoner transport eventually here to get these people, but I gotta wait till I get this report done enough so I can give them a copy of their accident report. Get some of this debris here cleaned up. Try and get some of this road maybe opened a bit. Talk to this guy over here. Alright, this lady. Hey, ma'am. Trooper Goose for the Franklin Highway Patrol. Can you tell me what happened here? My mind is blank. Alright. No problem here. Do you have a copy of your driver's license and ownership for insurance? Yes, Hayashi. Valid insurance. Okay. Okay, ma'am, you can have that back there. I'm going to give you a ticket here for not having valid insurance for your vehicle. Alright, you just sign at the bottom. It's not admission of guilt, just acknowledgement that you have 30 days to pay a ticket or dispute it in court. Alright. Okay, we're going to do a drug and alcohol test here. As per Franklin state law, you just blow on the PBT until it beeps or until I tell you to stop, alright? Alright, that's good there. Alright, perfect. Alright, we'll get a drug test here. Alright, fantastic, ma'am. You just sit tight for me here for a minute until I finish my investigation, alright? Okay, let's talk to this guy. Alright, sir, Trooper Goose at the Franklin Highway Patrol. Tell me what happened. I don't understand what happened, officer. Alright, sir, do you have your driver's license and proof of insurance? Alright, man. Here you go. You can have that back. You're gonna do a DUI and drug test here. You just blow on the PBT and tell you when to stop, right? That's good there. Alright, perfect. Give a drug test here. Alright, fantastic, sir. I'm gonna start giving some of these people their reports and get them on their way. Here's your accident report, sir. You're free to go here. Get you on your way. Give this guy, lady over here, a copy. Alright, ma'am, here's a copy of accident report here. We'll get you on your way. No longer need to stay here. Get your taxi on. Get you home, alright? Alright, ma'am, take care. You be safe. Get a tow truck for this vehicle here. Alright, ma'am, I'm gonna give you a copy of your accident report here. I'm gonna get prisoner transport here and get you on your way to cells, alright? I get a prisoner transport at my location.
420, we can go that way.
Okay, 420. I'll show you them out.
Alright, ma'am, I'm gonna give you a copy of your accident report. This prisoner transport here is gonna take you as well, alright? Victor 87, I got a secondary for prisoner transport.
10-4.
Okay. Let's move on to the next. Alright, sir. Trooper Goose with the Franklin Highway Patrol. Can you tell me what happened? Yeah, alright, no problem. Do you have your ID and proof of insurance? Thank you very much. Okay. So, fired ID, open warrant. See, this is what I mean. So, like, there's 3 people on this one accident that are getting arrested. So it's just pretty ridiculous. Alright, sir, as per Franklin state law, anybody involved in a traffic accident subject to testing. Get you below here. Okay, perfect, under the limit. Well, I'd like to see. I'll give you a drug test here next. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm going to need you to put your hands behind your back, unfortunately, because you've been placed under arrest for having an open warrant. You have right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the state of Franklin. Do you understand these rights I've read to you, sir? Alright, so I'm going to search you now. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me, anything illegal I should know about? Handgun. I'm pretty sure you didn't have a handgun. Oh, you do have a gun permit. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna search your vehicle here. Do you have anything inside of this illegal? Any weapons, anything? Okay, can't search. Can't search. It's probably because it was on fire. Alright, we're gonna tow for this vehicle as well. Alright, sir, here's a copy of your accident report. And get some prisoner transport here. Get you on the way to cells, alright? Any questions for me? Alright. Victor 87, I got another here for prisoner transport.
Received. I'll get him en route.
Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Alright, ma'am. Trooper Goose of the Franklin Highway Patrol. Tell me what happened? Alright, no problem. Do you have your driver's license and insurance on you? Okay, oh my god, the first person we got pretty much, that was good. Or no, maybe the second. Alright, ma'am, here you go. Alright, as per Franklin state law, anyone involved in a traffic accident is subject to DUI testing. You should blow on this PBT here until it beeps, or I tell you to stop, right? Alright, that's good there. Fantastic. Alright, and we're going to do drug tests here now. Alright, fantastic. Alright, man, here's a copy here of your accident report. And you're going to be free to go, alright? Alright, man. Trooper Goose with the Franklin Highway Patrol. Can you tell me what happened here? Everyone's drawing a blank today. Alright, man. Do you have your driver's license and insurance on you? Thank you very much. Okay, fake ID. Alright, man, you can have that back there. As per Franklin state law, anyone involved in a traffic accident is subject to DUI testing. Get you blowing this PBT here. I tell you to stop. Alright, that's good. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna do some drug tests now. Alright, fantastic. Alright, man, can you put your hands behind your back? You've been placed under arrest here for possession of fake ID. The right to remain silent, and anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the state of Franklin. Do you understand these rights I've read? Alright, man. Do you have anything on you that's going to poke me, stick me? Anything illegal? Alright, well, let's see if we can find her vehicle here. I think hers is this van here. See, we got anything illegal in here? Glasses. Car keys. Handgun. That's an illegal item. Okay, let me get my car over here so these tow trucks can get through and start opening this road up. Pushing the wrong buttons. Okay, let's get her accident report here. Alright, ma'am, here's a copy of your accident report. I'll keep you on your person here. Get into cells. Alright, ma'am. Let me put you in the back of the car here. Watch your head. Alright. I don't think this prisoner transport's common for this guy, so we're just going to load him up here. Victor 87, you can cancel prisoner transport. I'm going to take this guy in myself here.
10-4.
Alright, sir, come with me here. Now there's dialogue that they talk. I just turn it down, turn it off because it's easier to instead of talking over people and that. I wish you could turn off your player character's dialogue and keep the AI dialogue, but it is what it is. Let's get these last vehicles cleaned up here. Dispatch Victor 87. I'm gonna need some more tow trucks here. A couple vehicles.
Received. I'll get him en route.
Alrighty, that'll open the road back up. Can't forget that license plate there. Last of the debris.
Our trailer partially in the roadway. RP is concerned due to fog. 2225 not too clear.
Victor 87, you show me en route back to the station here to get 2 in custody.
10-4.
I really hope they do keep on working on this and developing it up, because I think it really does truly have a lot more potential than what's currently there. As long as they listen to people and kind of see what people want and prioritize what they're able to actually implement into the game. We'll see what goes on down the road. We're gonna get these 2 off here in the cells here. All right. Alright, sir, you want to step out of the vehicle here for me, please? Get you off in here to cells. You sit tight there, man. Like I was saying, I think a lot of this, I think a lot of the game is very well done. Really, visually, it looks pretty good. Most of the animations and stuff are pretty good. I think if they optimized it a little bit more, added on more modding capabilities and stuff, it would change a little. It would bring it up to a whole another level, I think. All right, so we can get these cuffs off of here. Officer's going to be with you shortly to do your processing, alright? You sit tight there. Alright, let's get this lady out here. Get her in the cells. Alright, man. Go on out of the vehicle here. Watch your head. Alright, right this way here. Alright, ma'am. Get you here, get these cuffs off you. Alright, hang tight here. We're gonna be an officer with you shortly, alright? Alright, that's going to finish this shift off here. I'm going to do more of these videos a little bit and see how this does. Try some different things and see what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.